another video. So in this video, I'm going to show you a quick and easy money making swing trade that you can use in your strategy if you choose to. Now, a swing trade is basically you're buying the shares of a stock, ETF, or REIT, whatever you like, and you're simply buying them low and selling them high at a later date in time. Now, it can be the following day, the following week, within the next 2 weeks, or even within the month, making it a swing trade. You're buying low and selling high. Now, basically, the way I like to do it, me personally, and this is again just my opinion, the strategies that I like to use because I've been doing it so long now, right here, that I kind of know on what to do it on. Now, you can do this on any stock that pays out a dividend because it has an ex dividend date. And we're going to focus on the ex dividend date. Now, why is that important? It's simply because on the ex dividend date, most stocks drop in price by the ex dividend amount. And knowing that gives you a great advantage that you actually know the price of the stock is going to drop in price. Now, it's very rare when I see a stock that does not drop on the ex dividend date. However, I've seen them, and a few days later, they actually do drop. It doesn't necessarily have to be on the ex dividend date. However, most stocks do drop on the ex dividend date. Now, the ones I'm about to show you are actually REITs, with the exception of one, which is an ETF. And I like to do them on REITs simply because they all have an ex dividend date every single month. So consistently, every other day, I'm getting an ex dividend date where I can buy these companies, shares of these companies, and swing trade them for a profit. Now, most of them I'm already holding anyway, but here I'm gonna do it on a Thinkorswim platform, TD Ameritrade. Now, I'm not actually gonna buy the shares right now; it's after hours, but I'm gonna show you the idea on how that works. Now, again, all of them have an ex dividend date every single month. I'm gonna show you just a few so you can kind of grasp the idea and see the potential on doing these. Again, you don't have to do them on these specifically. I'm just going to give you the idea and you can implement it on any stocks that pay out a dividend if you want, any stocks that you already have if you want to swing trade. Here with Main Street Capital, it's actually a REIT, and this one had an ex dividend date on July 17th. I believe that was a Friday. And so you can see that on July 16th, it was already trending up right here. And so what happens on July 20th, which is a Monday, because, of course, they can't trade on the weekend. So on Monday, the price of the stock drops. And so you already were expecting the drop anyway. Now, here with Main Street Capital, it actually, if you would have picked up some shares right here, it would have stayed steady and then dropped a little bit more. However, you can always buy some more cheap shares, average down, and sell off right over here, making it a swing trade. You're taking the profits right here and just move on to the next one and rinse and repeat on this one every single month for a swing trade for profits. Now, the other one I like to do them on is ticker symbol O, Realty Income. Now, again, these are REITs that I'm willing to hold and am already holding anyway in my account. I've been adding a few here, a few there, and so on and so forth, but I've also been swing trading them on the Robinhood account. Now, I was going to do this video on the Robinhood, except for the charts don't really show you the ex dividend dates just like they do right here on TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim platform. So it just makes it easier to do it right here. Ticker symbol O, Realty Income. It's another REIT. Ex dividend date for this one was July 31st. So you can see here that on July 30th, it was actually trending up. And so on the ex dividend date, what did I just tell you? Bam, there's that drop. Pick up some shares right here and sell them off over here a few days later, making it a sweet trade on a swing trade, some capital gains. So pretty nice, right? The other one that I like to do them on, this is actually an ETF. It's SPHD from the S&P 500. It's a high yield, low volatility ETF. Now this one doesn't really, oh, it does actually, never mind, I'll take that back. It didn't show it earlier, but if you do not know when the ex dividend date is coming up on a certain stock, it's very simple to find. You can just simply Google it. There's a bunch of pages that you can find it on. One of them is the dividend channel. The other one that I like to find it on is the NASDAQ website. It'll give you a brief history of the ex dividend dates, the payment history, and all that. So this is actually the dividend history for SPHD. You can see right here, ex dividend date was on July 20th. Their payment date was on July 31st. So let's look at July 20th. What happened on July 20th? So this is July 20th. This is July 17th. July 17th right here. That was a Friday. And on the ex dividend date, there you go, July 20th, it drops. Now the drop wasn't really that much, but it was still cheaper than what it was trending right here. So if you would have picked up some shares right here on this drop, you could have maybe sold off right here a few days later. And so you kind of get the point on swing trading these companies by just simply buying low and selling high. It really doesn't get any simpler than that. Now again, the reason I like to do them on these is because they have an ex dividend date every single month. So for me, it's all rinse and repeat consistently month after month after month. Now there's stocks out there that pay a dividend on a quarterly basis. You can do it on them too. However, this is the way I like to do the swing trades on these kind of REITs and this kind of ETF. And there was one more thing I was about to mention, but just kind of got out of my head right now. But yeah, that was basically it for this video. I mean, there's really not much to it, but buying low and selling high, and it's very, very simple. Just buy on the ex dividend date. Now it's very rare when the price of the stock does not drop on the ex dividend date. I've seen stocks that held on the ex dividend date but drop a few days later, maybe 2 to 3 days later after the ex dividend date. Now again, this is just my opinion, guys. These are my strategies, the things I like to do to kind of grow my account safely. I like to trade options as well, covered calls, selling puts, and this is another strategy, again, the swing trade strategy that I like to use. Pick up some cheap shares and sell them off at a later point for a higher price. Oh, the other thing I was actually going to mention, I do them on these because they're actually cheaper too. You don't want to do it unless you have a lot of money. You don't want to do it on the expensive stocks because then your gains are really not going to be that much. I mean, you can pick up a bunch of SPHD, the other one was Good, Glad. There's a whole bunch of REITs stocks out there that are pretty cheap that pay out a dividend. Look at the history, look at the drops on the ex dividend dates, and look how many days further out does it spike right back up for you to take any profits. You kind of see a pattern forming on those. So if you see that pattern, it kind of tells you, hey, so it is dropping on the ex dividend date. I'll buy them there, and then I'm selling them off right here. And it's all rinse and repeat, man, month after month after month. It's easy money. Again, this is just my opinion, my strategies. If you guys have any questions whatsoever, just leave a comment down below. I love to share the strategies that I like to use so you guys can see what I do. But again, this is just my opinion. If you guys have any different strategies, feel free to share them with me, and I'll look into it. Until then, I'll see you guys on the next video.